You are tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. You are tired of doing everything right and still feeling like you are running in place. You work hard, you show up, you try to be responsible with your money. And yet somehow, at the end of every single month, you look at your bank account and feel that same quiet panic. That same hollow feeling, like no matter how fast you run, the finish line keeps moving. I want you to know something. That feeling is not a character flaw. It is not laziness. It is not stupidity. It is what happens when nobody ever sat you down and taught you how money actually works. And that is not your fault. Most people spend their entire lives chasing wealth without ever understanding the simple principles that actually create it. And because of that, they stay stuck. For years, for decades, sometimes forever. But here is what changes everything. Wealth is not built in a single dramatic moment. It is not a lottery ticket. It is not a viral business idea that makes you rich overnight. Wealth is built slowly, quietly, and consistently using principles that have worked for generations. And once you understand them deeply, not just on the surface but really understand them, your relationship with money changes completely. Your decisions change. Your future changes. We have related programs linked down below in the video description. If you are serious about building real, lasting wealth and you want a structured path that takes you from where you are right now to where you want to be, those programs exist for people who are ready to stop learning and start doing. Most people will scroll past that link. They will keep watching videos. They will keep feeling stuck. But if you are different, it is there. Take a look before someone else does. Now let us get into what actually builds wealth. And we are starting with the principle that almost nobody talks about but every wealthy person quietly lives by. Patience is not passive. This is the first thing you have to understand. When people hear the word patience, they think it means sitting around waiting for something good to happen. That is not what this means. Wealth-building patience is aggressive. It is deliberate. It is choosing to invest $20 today knowing that in 30 years it grows into something that changes your grandchildren's lives. That is not passive. That is one of the most powerful decisions a human being can make. Think about a tiny acorn. On day one it looks like absolutely nothing. You plant it in the ground and you walk away and nothing seems to be happening. But underground, in the dark, the root system is spreading. It is anchoring. It is building something invisible. And years later, something enormous stands where that nothing used to be. Your money works exactly the same way. The growth is invisible at first. It feels like nothing is happening. And that feeling is precisely when most people give up. Here is where the pain gets real. Most people give up right before the magic starts. They save for a few months, they see a small number, they feel defeated, they stop. Or they dip into it. They spend it, they tell themselves they will start again next month, and next month turns into next year, turns into a decade of starting over again and again from zero. Every single restart costs you something you can never get back. Time. And in the world of wealth building, time is not just money. Time is everything. The second principle is this. Spend less than you earn. Every single time. I know that sounds simple. Maybe it sounds too simple. But let me show you what this actually means in the real world. The gap between what you make and what you spend is your wealth engine. Every dollar you keep instead of spend is a dollar that can work for you while you sleep, while you rest, while you live your life. That dollar does not clock out. It does not take breaks. It just keeps moving, keeps growing, keeps compounding. Now, here is the brutal truth. Most people have this backwards. They earn more money and immediately they spend more money. Their lifestyle inflates the moment their income does. New car, bigger apartment, better phone, nice dinners. And before they know it, they are earning twice what they used to earn and somehow feeling more broke than before. This is not an income problem. It is a gap problem. And closing that gap is where real wealth begins. The third principle is compounding. And this one deserves its own moment because it is genuinely one of the most mind-bending forces in existence. Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the concept is undeniably true. Compounding means that your returns start generating their own returns, your growth grows, your money multiplies itself, and the longer it runs, the faster it moves. The numbers become almost unbelievable over time, but here is where people make the critical mistake. They wait to start. They tell themselves they will start investing when they have more money, when things settle down, when life gets easier. And I need you to hear this clearly. Life does not get easier. It gets different. The obstacles change, but they never disappear. The person who starts with a small amount today will almost always end up wealthier than the person who waits to start with a large amount later. Starting is everything. The fourth principle is this. Protect what you build. This is the one nobody wants to talk about because it involves imagining bad scenarios. But every financial decision you make carries risk. The market drops. Emergencies happen. Life surprises you in the worst ways at the worst times. This is not pessimism. This is preparation. And preparation is what separates people who build wealth from people who almost built wealth but had it stripped away by one single event. An emergency fund is not a luxury. It is a wall between you and disaster. It is the thing that keeps you from selling your investments at the worst possible moment. It is the thing that keeps a bad month from becoming a ruined decade. Build it, protect it, never touch it unless the emergency is real. The fifth principle is investing in yourself first, not after everything else, not when you have spare time. First, the return on personal investment dwarfs almost every other investment available. When you upgrade your knowledge, your skills, your thinking, your earning potential rises, your decision-making improves, your ability to recognize and seize opportunities increases. Every dollar and every hour you invest in becoming sharper, more capable, and more financially literate pays dividends for the rest of your life. This is not motivational fluff. This is how the most financially successful people on the planet operate. The sixth principle is consistency over intensity. One big financial move once a year does almost nothing. Small consistent moves done repeatedly over a long period of time do everything. Automatic savings, regular investments, habitual frugality. These boring, unglamorous actions are the actual mechanism of wealth. The people living extraordinary financial lives are usually doing extraordinarily ordinary things on repeat, every single week, without stopping. And the last principle ties all of them together. Know your why. When wealth building gets hard, and it will get hard, the only thing that keeps you going is a reason that is bigger than the discomfort. Maybe it is freedom. Maybe it is security. Maybe it is giving your family a different kind of life than you had. Maybe it is never being one bad month away from losing everything again. Whatever it is, make it vivid, make it real. Revisit it constantly. Because discipline without purpose evaporates. Purpose with discipline is unstoppable. Here is the thing about everything we just covered. Understanding these principles intellectually is not the same as applying them. Knowing is the beginning, but it is not the destination. The people who actually change their financial lives are the ones who take the knowledge and build a real structured plan around it. They stop winging it. They stop guessing. They do the work. The related programs in the video description below are built for exactly that. They take these principles and turn them into a step-by-step path that removes the guesswork completely. Most people will finish watching this video, feel inspired for an hour, and then go back to the same patterns. A small number of people will decide that today is the day things actually change. Those are the people who check what is linked below and take action right now, not later, right now. The cost of waiting is always higher than the cost of starting. Scroll down. Take a look. Your future self is counting on the decision you make in the next 60 seconds.